how does this relate to rating your looks on a scale of 1 to 10? If you have hubris and you have an ego, and as a woman, like, because as a guy, I could think I'm a 10. It doesn't matter. I could think I deserve this caliber of woman as a guy, because y'all will reject instantly, because you're not going to. For women, it's the reverse, right? As men, if we're just looking for casual sex, we're going to deprioritize looks. We reprioritize or over-prioritize looks when it comes to relationship, right? But if we're just like trying to have sex with a girl, whatever. Like, looks, not a big deal.
So they do they over-prioritize looks when the relationship happens?
Okay.
Yeah, but
men
if they're
care
outside
about,
with you.
hold on, just to be clear, men care about other things besides looks. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to short-term casual sex, men are they're gonna sleep with a woman who is clearly less attractive than. If a guy can, he'll sleep with a girl who's more attractive, or he'll try to get the most attractive girl he can get.
Yeah.
But men are willing for short-term sex. They will have short-term sex with a girl who's less attractive. Whereas for women, it's the complete reverse. If a woman is, and not all women are interested in like this, but if a woman is inclined towards a casual hookup, friends with benefits, she goes the reverse way. So she's not gonna I'm just gonna have casual sex. I'm gonna lower my look standards. It actually has to be the guy has to be really attractive for her to want to have a casual sexual encounter. Like, if he's really attractive, women start breaking their rules when it comes to, I want to wait 3 months. I want commitment. I'm not saying all women do this, but the more he has to be, for a woman to be more willing to a casual sexual encounter, the guy has to be more.
She'll break her.
He has to be really attractive. Like, a girl's like, well, if I'm going to have casual sex, he better be damn good looking. But if a guy's like, I want to
But that's also because of society norms and everything. Like, men could sleep with anything, obviously. And when a woman does it, it's so I feel like just because also women aren't supposed to be having casual sex. Yeah. So I feel like that's when the woman tries to do that to make themselves better. Well, I mean, so not my opinion.
Is the point
but it's for the short term to be I know I had casual sex, but he was a 10 out of 10 and blah blah blah, just because it would not make you feel bad about having casual sex. Because I hate to say it, but men will always be PSP, and they do it, they'll do it with anybody. So that's the point. But with a woman and you have casual sex, it's the point of being oh man, I'm kind of embarrassed, but the fact that now I'm having casual sex, it's the fact that he's a fucking supermodel for whatever the fuck,
I agree. I think it's an energy thing.
Yeah.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the point you're trying to make is that if all women are deluding themselves into thinking that they're 10s, they're less likely to actually find a man who's willing to commit to them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that's kind of, I know it takes me forever to land the plane here, but
is that what you're
saying?
Essentially what I'm saying is if women aren't realistic about, if you're delusional about it. If you're, and you're not going to like that, but if as a woman you're I'm this good looking, I'm a 10, I deserve this caliber of man because I'm a 10 and I'm a,
you're not going to find a man to settle down with.
And but then you're okay, well, if it's leagues, right? If you think you're outside of
but you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, just like how she was saying.
Sure.
It's perfect.
Even people in your own league. But the thing is that y'all, and here's where it gets dangerous, is you will chase men outside of your league and you won't get commitment. And then, but if you're dealing with these men romantically or sexually for a short-term period of time, a phenomenon starts to happen. So what's going to happen is, and I kind of explained it, but it's okay. Have you ever, I'm trying to think. Okay, imagine you lived in a luxurious mansion. Mm-hmm. You live there. It's going to hurt. It's going to sting a bit if you start living in a dorm room with 3 roommates again, right? That's going to suck, and you're sharing a bathroom. Have you ever shared a bathroom?
Yeah.
I got my own bathroom. Yeah. Have you shared a bathroom?
No, yeah.
That
in college,
shit sucks.
I had girls. Yeah.
So it's okay, as a woman, once you've dealt with a certain caliber of dude, because you have access to it, and the same doesn't apply to men. Once you've had access to a certain caliber of guy of attractiveness, they'll fuck you. And then you're going to be looking at these other guys and you're gonna be like not attracted because you think, oh man, I'm settling, but you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the danger.
You first.
Go.
I would
wait,
like
who wants
to.
pizza?
Yeah. Can I smell
Everybody,
it?
you want pizza? Pizza? Pizza?
Is it pineapple?
It's
Yeah.
pepperoni.
Okay, thank God.
Sorry, Andrew. Okay, so no pizza.
Good.
I said
Pizza
yes.
3. Pizza. It's a 4, 5.
I'm
pizza.
okay.
Wait, 1,
You can do it.
2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Okay, I would like to offer this perspective for you. Instead of encouraging people to delude themselves into thinking that they're 10s and there's no room for growth, I would say my personal mindset is even though I can be objective about the way that I look, it's not everything to me. You can be happy with or indifferent to your appearance, even though you're objectively not a 10. You can also recognize that there are more important things than appearance. For example, I do want to be attractive to my husband, so I go to the gym, I eat healthy so that I am, but there's more than just my attraction that I have to offer to my husband.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And
Yeah.
then there's also more important things. For example, doing things for the Lord is much more important than the way you look. So instead of deluding yourself into thinking you're a 10, you can recognize that your looks aren't that
everything.
important.
Yeah.
And you can also recognize that there's room for improvement.
Yeah, I said there was.
Okay. So do you agree that that's a better mindset to have instead of deluding yourself into believing you're a 10?
guess, but also like you should just like yourself enough that you think.
Right.
Yeah. You
Now,
know?
I said
Joe
that
still
I'm
thinks you're
not a
10.
10.
Yeah,
I, in
yeah.
fact, said I was a 6. However,
No.
I like myself.
Yeah. So you believe you are beautiful, right? Not the
My
most
husband likes
beautifulest
me.
in the world, I guess, but you believe you are beautiful,
In the eyes of God,
Yeah.
you are a 10.
right? Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
thinks
I can
value
say
and
that.
looks are the same thing.
No, definitely not.
No, but objectively,
Looks can
I'm
change
not a 10.
all the time.
Objectively, I'm
Yeah.
not a 10. And that is okay with me.
Yeah.
There's room for growth, and I will do things to grow, even with my appearance. And my appearance is not the most important thing. I would argue that that is a much better, much healthier mindset than just deluding yourself into believing you're a 10. I'm happy with the way I look. I'm not a 10. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
So have I changed your opinion?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like,